Let's jump in game. Blacklist already has a 1-0 lead in this series, so they need one more win to take it. Let's get rid of that Popo. Match about to begin. Blacklist played very well in that last one. BFF still able to mount a small comeback, only down by about 1,000 points. So they were able to stop the quick point acquisition by Blacklist. Blacklist been playing very powerful throughout this entire tournament. But we're going to see if BFF can hold on and bring this into a game 3, or will Blacklist 2-0 in our very, very first round 3 match. Here we go. Fight in the middle, my favorite. You can see that BFF does have control of the Pyres 2-1. This is very similar to how it started last game, but Blacklist once again picking up some of those kills to start this match. This is a very similar beginning to what we saw last time. And just like that, Blacklist on the Central Pyre gets stopped just in time, so no points going in favor of Blacklist just yet. They are working on it. It looks like they might be able to pick it up. There it goes. Blacklist grabs that Central Pyre, but BFF, very smart, sending some members to the south. They neutralize that Southern Pyre, and they pick it up. So points in favor of BFF currently, but the kill total 4-0. BFF not losing too many people in the middle, staying alive for a little while longer, and Blacklist migrating north for Freywind, for winter, migrating north. What are these birds thinking? BFF trying to cap this Central, doing a good job. They've already made it neutral. They have a 2-0 advantage right now. Blacklist is in the north, so that shouldn't be going on for too much longer unless BFF can grab this Central Pyre. It's swinging back in Blacklist's favor. It slows down. Who is going to grab this Central Pyre? I love these back and forth tug-of-wars. Is 1-1 in Pyres. BFF with a very small lead of 300 points. That's dwindling very quickly to about 200 points. So that's going to continue on. Pyre advantage, neither team. BFF might grab this Central Pyre. They are working on taking it back. Everybody just piling on the Pyre. Take it back. But here comes Blacklist. You can see on that mini-map a very big swarm of them coming towards the middle. One going south. That's very smart by Blacklist. That way they will be able to gather, potentially gather a 3-cap. Nope, one of them takes, the one member heading south takes a detour, grabs up those buffs, and we'll continue south. BFF should take north, but Central Pyre goes in favor of Blacklist. BFF continues to work on this Central Pyre, but you can see a lot of members of Blacklist heading south. They're going for that Terror Lift. They love that Terror Lift. They love picking up them BAMs. Let's go ahead and head. Let's head down there, see if we can get there in time to watch the battle over the Terralith. 30%. Almost down. Blacklist working on it, but BFF is here. Who's going to pick this up? And Blacklist secures that Terralith, but a 2-pyre advantage for BFF, so they continue to keep this middle pyre in favor for them. They just keep swapping pyres back and forth, but you can see 12 kills, 1 death for Blacklist. Blacklist is out fighting BFF, but BFF is out maneuvering Blacklist as of right now. Not a whole lot of action towards the center pyre. It does look like Blacklist is actually going to head north. Once again, not a lot of BFF members up here to defend. Blacklist should be able to quickly secure north pyre in favor for them. And just like that, points trickling in Blacklist's favor once again. The score total 1,088 for BFF and 1,018 for Blacklist. Reaver enters the field. Not a lot of BFF members up here to compete for the Reaver, so they're sending members to the south to try and see if they can sneak out that south pyre. You also see Blacklist members in the mid trying to pick that up. This should be a fairly easy Reaver pickup for Blacklist. Not too interesting, but we'll stick around for it just in case. We see a couple members, such as Dorky's here, trying to grab the Reaver's attention to distract them just for a little bit. Actually, BFF is en route. Not a lot of Blacklist members up here doing damage. It's only about 5 people. And here comes the swarm. Everybody's in here. 50%. Focus goes down on the Reaver. Who's going to grab it? Lucky picks up the Reaver. That's going to give Blacklist a real big boost in this match. 1,700 points for Blacklist, 2-pyre advantage. BFF falling behind very quickly, about 700 points behind at this point. Their total 1,098. And now I'm hearing that Hawk disconnected. Too many members. It's always one team that has members at DC. So again, they're going to have to try and fight this 14 v 15. This is too far into the match to redo. A little bit of fighting on the street here. Blacklist in control of the south and in control of the north. Central pyre in favor of Baraka Flock of Flame. About a 900 point advantage for Blacklist now as well. Focus goes back towards the north. And here comes BFF, sending a few members up into the north. Meteor gets called down for Blacklist to try and defend this northern pyre. They have the south and they have the north. They're still able to hold this down fairly well. A little bit of cleanups, no problem. Fighting continues on in the north here. Blacklist has taken quite a large lead, about 1,200 point lead for them. They are down 1 member as well, but they continue to hold these pyres fairly well. BFF sending members to the north, but Blacklist has 2,370 points already. Baraka Flock of Flame falling behind, 1,118 points. North and south controlled by Blacklist. 2,500 points just flashed across the screen there. You see Blacklist has been able to control North and South for so long. South finally going in favor of BFF, but there is some fighting going on in the mid. Blacklist might be able to pick that back up as well. And it looks like this party in the north is over. The cops have been called. Rock a Flock of Flame. They are cleaned out of the North Pyre, Central Pyre. Still a question mark. What do we have in here? Did we have a member of... There's a blue on the map, but no member here. Is that another member of Blacklist disconnected, or is that just what I'm seeing? Let me move. Because I've been told that Hawk disconnected. But maybe that was just the blue was Hawk on the map. Anyways, one Pyre in favor of Blacklist and one Pyre in favor of Block of Flame. The fight over the Central Pyre begins right now. BFF looks like they are outnumbering Blacklist at this Center Pyre. Still, Blacklist doing their very best to try and capture this. One or two reinforcements showing up for Blacklist, but a handful also coming in from BFF, working on trying to take this down. North Pyre easily in the hands of Blacklist. South Pyre, it seems like it's secured in favor of BFF, but the points are still skewed heavily for Blacklist. Blacklist 2,672 points and BFF 1,594. But BFF does capture the Central Pyre, so that should help them try and recover. Focus heading towards that south now. We're going to see what happens. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. Once again, 34 kills in favor of Blacklist, 7 kills for BFF. So once again, a very similar situation to what we saw last game. BFF doing a really good job of securing these pyres, but unable to compete when it gets down into the team fights. Blacklist just look like they are very well geared, and not actually geared. I mean, just very well set up, prepared to fight. Fighting in the south continues. It looks like we're going to have some motioning towards the north. Let's go ahead and head up there. See, BFF is in motion. I think we saw Naga respawn as well. We do see Reaver. He is up, slicing and dicing at people. Down to 58%. BFF is in position. But there are a couple of members of Blacklist already, actually a lot of members of Blacklist coming out here, and Darius dunks the Reaver, takes it down in favor of Blacklist. They're still down 2 pyres to 1 right now, but they are still getting these objectives. Very good at securing Reaver and securing those Terralith kills. In the mid, Blacklist has control of that center pyre, but we're going to see BFF heading on in there, seeing if they can get another pyre, slow down these point total for Blacklist. Blacklist winning these fights, and they are leading by 1,600 points currently. It's 3,546 for Blacklist, 1,000, excuse me, that has just changed, 2,056 points for BFF, and BFF now has a pyre advantage, central and south. You see BFF showing a bit of control in the middle pyre, but you see that Blacklist also moving down towards that Terralith. Seems to be a very big focus of their team. today is making sure that they have control over other objectives other than Pyres. Of course, they get Pyres because you have to get Pyres to win, but they seem to drop everything for these BAMs when they come up. Right now, it looks like they're just focusing on the South Pyre, and we'll probably move on to the Terra Lift in a few moments here. But BFF doing a really good job of holding down this Pyre. Central Pyre still in control by BFF. Nobody's got the South. The South belongs to no one. South getting picked up finally for Blacklist. Blacklist now with a 2 Pyre advantage should slowly start getting points back in their favor. 3,007 and 3,742 for Blacklist. 2,236 for Baraka Flock of Flame. Terralith decided he wanted to take a stroll and then turns around. Blacklist should be able to secure this. As you can see on the minimap, a lot of members of BFF heading north. A little skirmish going on in mid, so BFF should be able to gather a second Pyre to start getting some points. Some fighting going on down here for this Terralith, who's going to pick it up. Dorkies picks it up for BFF, actually. I think that's the second time Dorkies has sniped one. The cops are after us. Central Pyre completely under BFF control. You can see there's a lot of movement on the map. Looks like they are Blacklist are moving towards that northern Pyre. Word is that the team speak of Blacklist has gone down, so they're blind. Well, they're not really blind. They're technically blind in this fight, trying to organize themselves to keep the point total in their favor. Luckily, they do have about 1,100 point lead, and they have the Southern Pyre, so they should be able to pick this back up. Sleepy time over here. Central Pyre going down in favor of Blacklist. Are they going to be able to get the full cap off? They do. But just as they grab that, a lot of members of BFF coming in. Want to see if they can get some kills. Taking a look at the score here. 39 kills, 10 deaths. Blacklist up 4,000 points. BFF 2,712 points. Sounds like our next match is ready to begin, so we are going to definitely want to wait on this one. Blacklist does look like they should be able to come away with this win. But if not, of course, we're going into a game 3. Blacklist already has a 1-win advantage in this group. It is a best of 3 at the top 4. Central Pyre being worked on by both teams. BFF desperately trying to hold on. There is a fight in the north, and I believe the Reaver has entered the field. I'm curious to see if either team is going to peel off for that 1,000 points. Away from victory. A lot of members of Blacklist taking some damage here. BFF controls that center pyre. Blacklist may need to start moving out of here. Movement towards the north. Reaver is up. Let's click on Reaver. Oh, nope. Darius again with the dunk. And 2 pyre control in favor of Baraka Flocka Flame. Blacklist working on trying to gather the north pyre as well. Not able to grab it slept rather. Blacklist almost capturing this north pyre. They do pick it up. Only 400 points to go. They just have to hold down north and south pyre in order to keep the points rolling in their favor to the 5,000 points that they need for the victory today. Terralith has joined the field in the south. Blacklist continues to hold down this north. $250 points to go, and Blacklist will have held on 14 v 15 in this best of 3 against BFF, the hopes of TR. Oh, but BFF is not given up yet. They are looking for a cap on this north pyre. They are not able to set it as neutral. BFF picks up that north pyre. Blacklist still around here, just trying to recap it. They only need to really get a cap for just a moment. Let's head towards that north, or that central pyre, excuse me, while Blacklist runs towards it. They only need to get 1 cap and then a few ticks, and they will come away with this victory. So as you can tell, 41 kills, 16 deaths. Blacklist still heavily in the lead on these kills. BFF grabs that central pyre once again. The fight continues here. We may see another Reaver spawn. And some motion goes north with Blacklist. They're sticking around at this central pyre. This is getting to be a very close match. Obviously, Blacklist down 1 member, and rest in peace their team speak. The fight for the north pyre begins now. Sending members of it. Mayfair is just capping without anybody really looking at him there. He almost gets it to about halfway, but he does get slowed down. Points slowly trickling in the favor of BFF. Blacklist only needs 118 points to take this win. They take north. They only need 1 more tick. There they go. Blacklist missing out on that, missing out on chat and a member, are able to hold on. It wasn't clean at the end, but they still made it happen. Congratulations to Blacklist. They will be moving on into the grand final against the winner of